crazy cool header effect, typewriter effect with multiple sentences, and glitched letters effect on hover for buttons. This is exactly what we're gonna create today. I was looking on this website, godly.website, for inspiration for my Go High Level websites, and I stumbled across this insanely cool website, and I thought that it would be a really good opportunity to try to recreate this exact website in Go High Level. Maybe not one for one, but at least the framework, the menu right here, the buttons, and some of the effects. So that's what we are going to do today. So let's hop into our Go High Level website builder, and as you can see, we are going to start from scratch and we are gonna build this crazy cool website. So how are we going to start with this website? Well, the first thing we have to do is to recreate the menu. So for this, I'm going to add a 3-column row, and we are gonna make the big section full. As you can see, Go High Level just had an update and everything is in a different place now. Now we have this general tab and styles tab. So yeah, I need to get accustomed to this. This was the setting that I wanted. Allow rows to take the entire width. We click this, and now let's add the menu. Navigation menu right here. Let's put theme on the same level as the other buttons. Let's remove the business name and also the logo, and let's center everything after we find where the new settings are right here. Okay, perfect. And also let's change the font to something like this one. Perfect. I want to add a border to my text, as you can see, to my menu. As you can see, we want to recreate something like this. So in order to do that, we come here and we create a border, let's say 2 pixels, and corner radius 25 pixels maybe, and this is how it looks. Not that nice for now, but we want to make it not that dark, not pitch black, but a little lighter, just like this, because you'll see in a sec when we create the next section, and the next section will be black, right? This is how it's gonna look like, and this one as well will have a background color of a similar hue, like not black, but a lighter black. But let me just find. Okay, here it is. Man, they really changed the the location of everything. So background color, we want this. It's a transparent overlay thing that will look really nice when we add that blur effect. Besides this, we also want to add a button, and we also want to add an image which will represent the logo. So far it looks awful, but don't worry. We want to add a full border, maybe not full black, but we'll see. And then 25 pixels, just like this. And we also want to change the color for this button. Color is down here. I don't know why they didn't move everything to styles and they left colors here and other styling in the styles tab, but whatever. We're gonna use this overlay once again. And for logo, let me add a logo that I've created in Canva that I think will look pretty nice on this website. Perfect. Now let's change the size to maybe 200 pixels. A bit too much. 100. Yeah, 100 looks pretty nice. And this is how the menu looks right now. Let's also change the color for the button text, and let's change the font to the same font as this one, right? And let's keep it the same size, 14, and let's add here 14. Now it looks much better. Let's click save, and let's make it stick on top, right? Click save, and if we make this, let's say 2000 pixels, just for demonstration purposes, you'll see in just a bit that our menu sticks on top, as you can see right here. But of course it's not looking that good, so we need to make some changes. First thing would be to change the color on this menu. So let's make it white, and hover, let's make it transparent because we don't care about that currently. And also let's do the same for the button, color white. Perfect. Now as you can see, we have the menu visible, but we also want to add a blur effect to our menu and also to our button. And in order to do that, I'm gonna use one of the effects from my Notion doc, which is down here, blur effect behind the header with soft edge. If you're curious about this Notion doc, you can check it out in the first link in the description. After we copy the exact CSS from my Notion doc, we can click on the menu, go to styles, and add this custom class called blurred. Now, as you can see, it has a nice blur effect to it, and the same thing can be done to the button as well. And now, as you can see, we have a cool blur effect on both our menu and our button, but this still doesn't look that good, so we need to make some adjustments to this border and also to this second section. For the border, we are gonna create a color like this, so it's similar to the border from the menu. So add color, this is gonna be the border, and also this second section we want to move it upwards to -200 pixels. And as you can see, now we also have a background to our header. Another way of doing this is to just leave this at 0 and come on this tab, background, and click on black, and now you have like this. And I think this is a much better way of doing it, since you can access this section at all times. If you move this 200 pixels upwards, then it would be a bit trickier to access these elements in here. Now the next thing we want to do is to recreate this cool effect right here when only the menu is sticky and not the logo or the button. So how do we do that? Well, we're gonna add these classes, sticky, which has a transition of 0.3 seconds, and sticky.hidden, which translates the element -200% on the y-axis, meaning vertically. And the next thing is to create a section right here and add a code element, and within this code element, let's open the code editor and paste this code, which will add the hidden class when we scroll down, but it will also remove it when we scroll up. So whenever you scroll up, the button and the logo will appear, but when you scroll down, they will disappear. So let's click save and let's show you exactly what this thing does. Absolutely nothing, because we forgot to add the classes to our logo and to our button. So we need to go into here and add this class sticky, and also to the button. Let's go down here, sticky. As you can see, the button has two classes, blurred and sticky. Let's click save. And now this is how it looks. As you can see, when you scroll down, the logo and the button disappear. Obviously, the button is still visible because 200% is maybe not enough, but we have a lot of space in here, which we'll remove in just a second. So let's do that. Let's put 1 pixel, and for this one as well, instead of 15, let's put 1. And for this one, we don't want 10, we want, let's say, 2. Let's do the same for this one. For the logo, 2 pixels and 2 pixels. Perfect. Let's click save and let's check once again. And as you can see, everything works perfectly fine. When you scroll down, the logo and the button disappear, but when you scroll up, they appear, and our menu is sticky. Perfect. Now let's recreate this nice hero section. For this, we are gonna eliminate this 2000 pixel radius because we really don't need that. That was only for demonstration purposes. And let's use this section here and let's make it a bit bigger. First, allow row to take the entire width, and this one, the row element, we want to use 95% of the screen width. And inside this one, let's add a headline. Let's make it bold and white, and let's make it 100 pixels in size, right? So for now, this is how it's gonna look. Let's use Sora as well again, and yeah, this looks pretty nice so far. Now, in order for that cool background, I'm going to use this website, cssgradient.io, and I recreated the exact color scheme and the exact gradient. As you can see, from black all the way to light purple, and we also have a few other purple colors in between. Then we can click copy here and adjust this gradient to be radial and also to be shifted upwards by -70%, so that the circle of the gradient is not in the middle of the screen, but of the screen somewhere behind the header. So we can pause the video and copy this exact gradient, click save, and now if we click on our row element and go into styles, let's add this class. It's a very simple class, and as you can see, we now have a nice gradient to it, and we can also, let's say, add 500 pixels up and 500 pixels down, so it looks, you know, nicer and we can see something. Let's make it 300 pixels padding top, but we are still missing a border, a round border, so let's do that. Full border and border radius 50 pixels, all edges, bottom edges only. Let's click save, and as you can see, it already looks really cool and almost similar to this website. I know this website has the button here as well, but we're not going to implement it in this video. So as you can see, we have the logo, we have the menu and the button here, and they all move like this, and we also have this cool gradient on the hero section. Let's also add another section here, so yeah, we can scroll further. And now the next thing that I want to add to this website is a nice gradient similar to this effect right here. As you can see, the text has a gradient color to it, so let's try to do that. And again, in order to do that, we are gonna use my Notion doc, which has a tutorial about text effects. Here, text and button animations, and as you can see, we have a tutorial gradient text effect. We are gonna copy that code, adjust the colors a bit to match the vibe of the website we are trying to build, and add it into the custom CSS. I already added it here, I copied from my Notion doc, and now let's use this class, gradient text, on our headline, and this is how it looks right now. As you can see, we now have a cool gradient to our text. Now let's also add a sub-headline here. Let's make it white, and let's also change the font size to, let's say, 16, and let's change it to Sora. Perfect. Now let me copy some nice text to this so it looks more real, and then we are gonna continue with the hero section. Perfect. I added some nice text. Let's pretend this is an AI website, and yeah, we just added a headline and a description. This is big enough. Maybe we can make it even bigger, let's say 150. 150. That could look nice. And let's also add an image, but in order to add an image we need to duplicate this column, and let's remove everything that we have inside here and create an image. And this image, I'll just add the same logo for now, right, just for demonstration purposes. And let's also align the text to left, this one, and also this one, and maybe let's make it a bit smaller because yeah, 150 is a bit too much for this. Let's remove the big padding for the row element. Let's click save, and this is how the website looks so far. As you can see, we scroll down, we have this nice blur on our header. The logo and this button go up and down when you scroll. We have this nice headline here and description with this image right here, and also a cool highlight, but we still have to make some adjustments to the paddings and the sizing because it looks a bit odd. So let's do that. We click this one and let's add 100 pixels padding left and also 100 pixels padding right. And also let's play a bit around with the padding here. Now all of a sudden this looks much better. Let's also duplicate this button and copy it right here. Align the button to the left side, and also let's remove sticky and blur because we don't need that. And we need to let's add a margin of 40 pixels. Okay, perfect. And let's make the bottom background to white, and the text I think should be black. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Maybe 120. No, still 100. Okay, let's click save and see how our website looks like now. Perfect, much better. As you can see, we have the header here, everything is in its place, and now maybe we can add some more cool effects to this. Let's take a look on this website. As you can see, we don't have this video obviously, but yeah, we kept most of the framework in place with this section border right here, with the colors, with the menu and the button and logo. As you can see, right, it looks obviously different because we have a different image, we have the background is a bit different, but yeah, this is basically what I've been able to recreate from that website from scratch in Go High Level. And now for the end of the video, I want to add a really cool effect to this hero section that I'm sure will impress you. So let's go to my Notion doc and let's choose this effect, advanced typewriter effect with cursor and text change, and let's try to implement this. I copied the custom CSS from the Notion tutorial, then I also copied the JavaScript and I added a custom HTML here which contains this code right here, which has basically a typewriter paragraph tag with a span inside it, and also it has the cursor which is a straight line. Let's click save, and if we go on the website, this is how it looks. We have this cool effect right here that will also grab the user's attention and will make this website look 10 times better than before. We just need to move this a little bit to the right so it's perfectly aligned with the other elements. So let's try to do that. Also, we can obviously change the CSS, or we can just adjust this, let's say 10 pixels here, and if you click save, you'll see that the text is now shifted right a bit to the right, and this is how it looks. Really cool. We have this blur, we have everything in place, and I think this is a really nice hero section for an AI website that you can sell for a lot of money, in my opinion. Obviously this is just the hero section, and of course you can add more effects to the header here, maybe to make it shrink in size or get larger or whatever you want. You can also add effects to the buttons right here, right? But yeah, another cool effect that maybe I can add it to this video is a glitch letter effect to the buttons. I think that can look really nice. So yeah, let's quickly add it. Again, it's from my Notion doc and is this tutorial right here, glitched letters on button hover. Let me copy and paste the code and I'll show you exactly how it looks. So I added the CSS and also the custom JavaScript, and if we go on the button and in the styles tab we add the glitch custom class, if we go on the preview, this is how it looks. As you can see, we have a cool glitch effect on our button. Yeah, now we have tons of cool effects on this hero section. The sentence changing effect here really fits into the theme of the website, and also this glitched letter effect is really cool. So yeah, if you liked this cool hero section, I'm sure you'll also like these two websites that I've created, and if you want to learn how to recreate them, watch this video.